Life City family, what is up? It is Bobby coming at you from my second home, the grocery store, to do a video about vitamin deficiency, something that affects a lot of people and how you can reverse that with food. Sure, the grocery store and the drugstore has a lot of vitamins, you can supplement that, but those aren't nearly as good as getting it from real bioavailable food sources. And I'm talking about deficiencies when it comes to vitamin A, vitamin D, iron, iodine, and more. So let's get in there, show you what you want to buy, what you want to avoid for vitamin deficiencies. Before we do our magic in the grocery store, which seems very busy, like we always do, like, subscribe, share, spread that Flav City love. But I also want you to check out thrivemarket.com using my promo link down below. Thrive is going on a 7-year supporter of the channel, but the reason why I love them is pretty much anything you would find at any grocery store is on Thrive Market, but it's cheaper. You save about $32 per order and the box comes to your door. But right now there's a sweet promo going on in December. When you click my link down below, you get 30% off your first order, a free gift, and it's 30 days risk-free. So try it out using my link down below. Less talking, more shopping. Let's get in the store. 25% of people are deficient in iron, and that number goes up for women when they're menstruating. I think that number is 30% for women because during that time of the month, you're losing blood. So what are the best bioavailable ways to get iron with food? Well, you might think immediately about ground beef, and that is true. A 3.5 ounce portion has about 30% of your daily value of iron. If you're going to eat beef, I prefer 100% grass-fed. But if you want a real powerhouse when it comes to iron, I'm talking like Tony Stark Iron Man, say hello to not only chicken livers, but organ meat. Organ meat is one of the most nutrient-dense things in the world. But when it comes to iron, it's especially amazing because if we look at here we go, it's 70% of your daily value of iron with a 4 ounce portion, but also vitamin A, which I'll talk about later on, is crazy. 380% is almost unheard of. This is great. Now, the only problem is some people don't like to cook or like the flavor of organ meat like chicken livers or beef liver. If that's the case, that's fine. You can put this down. I actually take with Desi, because Desi is iron deficient, a supplement of grass-fed, 100% grass-fed organ meat in a capsule. There's 2 companies that do it very well, Paleo Valley and Ancestral Supplements. You take about 3 to 6 of them per day. It's 100% grass-fed organ meat, no filler, no cruddy stuff. So if you can't eat that, okay, get the pills. Those are great. And if you're going to eat beef, do 100% grass-fed. But outside of beef, there are a couple other sources for iron too. Sardines, which I call the Rodney Dangerfield of the grocery store, they get no respect, I'm telling you. These have 10% of your daily value of iron and 50% of vitamin D, so that's a good source too. But if I walk over to the vitamins aisle, you have to be very careful the kind of iron you get, because a lot of these iron supplements, and keep in mind, a lot of supplements in general in the grocery store or online are made from synthetic supplements. So technically it is iron, or if you're getting zinc, technically that is zinc, but it's so cruddy quality, to be honest, that your body can't do much with it. It's not very bioavailable. So something like this might not be worth its money because it's not going to be that bioavailable to your body. I know Thorne makes a pretty decent one, but in my opinion, you want to first get it from food, and then if you need a backup, you can get it from vitamins. But pound for pound, the grass-fed beef or the liver or the organ meat is going to be your best source of iron. One of the most common deficiencies is iron, and that can affect your thyroid. So a lot of people will reach for iodized sea salt. And I think, honestly, this is one of the biggest mistakes you can make because, yes, it does have the iodine in there, but I've talked about this in the past. This kind of salt, or any kind of table salt, is the most bleached, processed, refined salt you can get. And pure sodium chloride that's been processed like this and stripped of all its natural minerals actually spikes your blood pressure, and it's horrible for you. So it's not worth it to get the iodine in here for how processed and bleached this is. So in my opinion, I would put that away and get any kind of unprocessed raw salt. Himalayan pink salt is readily available. My favorite is Celtic sea salt from Brittany, France. The flavor is amazing because it still has the minerals in there. Now, you won't get your iodine from there. You will get it in here, but you don't want the cruddy ingredients in here. You don't want the blood pressure spike in here. Plus, by the way, this just tastes salty. Those kind of salts actually have a subtle nuance to them. What I would do is get an iodine supplement. You can go online and order Lugol's, L-U-G-O-L-S. It's just a dropper. That is a very high quality form of iodine and way better than this table salt. But there are a couple foods I'll show you that do have iodine here at the grocery store. The yogurt is great, but plain yogurt, not flavored yogurt with sugar. Plain yogurt, 100% grass-fed is the best you can get. It's not going to list it on the nutritionals back here, but about 1 cup of this, which is a big portion, but 1 cup has 50% of your daily value of the iodine, which is amazing because no other food basically in the store has that much iodine. So if you get a good quality plain yogurt, organic, ideally grass-fed, that's a lot. So either this or the iodine drops I talked about are your best solutions for getting more iodine in your body. The other week I talked about how important vitamin D is, but more importantly, how deficient we are. And vitamin D is very important for boosting your immune system. We're already vitamin D deficient, but when you don't have access to sunlight, it goes down even more. So when people stay at home, your vitamin D levels go down even more, and it's vital for your immune system. So there is a couple of things that are really important you can do to boost vitamin D, and this is one of my secret weapons we have in the fridge always. Fermented cod liver oil, not this one because it has flavors. I have the plain version of this. This stuff is great. I don't think it has the nutrition on this, but one of these will have on. This is a good brand too, Carlson. Well, here we go, look at this. Look at the vitamin D in this. A 1 teaspoon serving has 50% of your recommended daily value of vitamin D. That is huge. It does not taste good at all. I know that is true, but don't get the flavored ones because they use natural flavors. I would get the plain version of, oh, actually they don't have it here. Where is it? It's called Blue something. I'll put a picture on screen. You can get it online. It's fermented cod liver oil. It tastes horrible. Just take a shot of that. The vitamin D is great. It has other great things in there too. If you want a more natural form of vitamin D, like we talked about the other week, get wild salmon, not farm-raised salmon. Get wild salmon. That's a great source of vitamin D. I also take a vitamin D, let me show you actually, in the vitamin aisle as a backup because during cold and flu season, I load up on the vitamin C, D, and zinc. This is the one I take. I actually get it online. It's a bit cheaper. Vitamin code Garden of Life Raw D3. Why? It's not from a synthetic source. It actually comes from a pretty decent source along with all these organic fruits and vegetables. Still, this is good. Getting it naturally from fish and cod liver oil is better, but it's very, very important to get D and C and zinc for the immune boosting for the cold and flu season. I talked about it before. I don't buy any vitamin C at the grocery store. Right now I'm taking pure acerola powder. You can get it on Amazon. You just put a scoop in your water or whatever. It's the most bioavailable source of vitamin C, but hopefully in 4 weeks time, the Flav City vitamin C capsule will be out. It's pure acerola, camu camu, and amla berry, which is the most bioavailable source of vitamin C that your body really needs. Until then, you can just scoop the acerola. Vitamin A is imperative for bones and teeth, but quite a few people are deficient in it. Well, 2 great sources like we saw earlier would be the organ meat, like the liver, or the organ pills, which I highly recommend, or that cod liver oil, which had a ridiculous amount of vitamin A, or sweet potatoes. We love sweet potatoes around here. And 1 medium size, which would be this, sweet potato here has 150% of your daily value of vitamin A. If you need sweet potato inspiration, did you see Rose's video earlier this week for making maple whipped sweet potato mash? You can make that. I'll put the recipe down below. I hope you guys have been enjoying all the Rose shorts. She loves cooking in the kitchen and doing all that fun stuff. We can't get her out of here, so I'm going to keep posting those. I hope you're really enjoying them, and try making the sweet potato mash because it's yummy, nutrient dense, and got those vitamin A. All right, Flav City family, that is it for the most common vitamin deficiencies and how you can eat foods at the grocery store that'll help boost those. And just keep in mind also, a lot of the vitamins you'd buy online or at the store just aren't high quality. They might be made with synthetic ingredients and they're not very bioavailable. So getting it from food or sometimes from fermented cod liver oil is much better. But that is it. If you found this video helpful, leave a comment down below, recommend the next video. But from the grocery store, my second home, I leave you like I always do. # keep on cooking, mad love and peace. Later.